wasn't really feeling like doing this, but it was semi-nice out, so I went for a walk, and I had some like weird knee pains. I feel like coming back. Not even that nice a day. It's just sunny, windy though. Need to get outside. So just pulling some cards just to see if there's anything that I'm not thinking about that I should. Four of Cups. Someone's hoarding emotions. Sitting on them, you're not letting them go. I'm trying to think of what I could be not letting go of. Let's see. I feel this need to do something and I don't know what it is. It's like I get this anxious feeling, but I'm sleeping like shit too. Sleeping weird. I think I only had about 2 or 3 hours of sleep last night. Fucking exhausted. But I think this past week had been really busy between doing this and spending a lot of time with my brother, talking and just hanging out. It's something I've never done before with him. Well, I've been doing it more frequently. 5 of Pentacles. Sadness. Loss. Depression. What I've been losing. I think my interpersonal relationships with certain people are kind of going down the drain. But I think that's kind of how things go. I've moved around a lot over the past couple months. That's usually the way it goes. It's like things always go good at first, but then they kind of downslope. You can see the change in people. You don't see the change in yourself, but then what I do is I look at it and I try to change it to see if a change in my behavior will make a change in their behavior, but not always. People get so caught up in what they're doing that they don't really, I don't know if it's that they don't want to change or maybe they're scared to change. Maybe the sudden change in my behavior is kind of sending a shock to their system. Which kind of explains that. 3 of Swords. Got some shit on your mind. Which I do. There's a lot of stuff on my mind. Between what I'm doing and where I'm trying to go, it's rough. Trying to find that spot where you want to be. Because what am I trying to do? I don't know. Like, I notice that when I talk to people, I have this way of speaking that kind of inspires them to look at things about themselves. It's interesting to watch. I try to approach all of my conversations from a non-egoic approach. I notice certain cues and certain triggers in people's behavior. You say certain things, they might get angry, but there's not anger. You're just challenging their belief, and if you explain it the right way, then usually people they realize that their belief system is theirs. They kind of come to that realization. It's really a neat thing to see people who are married to an idea kind of not flip-flop, but go, you know what, that's just the way I do it, or you know what, sometimes it's not right. 3 Wands, people coming together, Support. I'm kind of looking for that. This is something I've been looking for, is support. And I guess I have it in more ways than I can imagine, but it's not tangible, so it's hard for me to reconcile it. But a lot of the people that I meet, a lot of the groups that I work with on social media, they're very, for the most part, supportive. I don't really get too much flack for the things I do and say. Not always. Like my tarot group, my psychedelic group. I joined this psychedelic group. I'm not even a psychedelic user. I smoke pot once in a while. Those folks, they at least have the mind to comprehend the things I'm saying, which is more than I can say for most people. At least they interact and they get involved in the exchanges, which is actually really cool. I enjoy that. I enjoy talking to people. I guess that's kind of what I would do if there was a way to survive like that. It's just go around, meet people. Show them that there's a different way of doing things. Well, I have a way of doing things, and though my way is unconventional at times, it's not always wrong. It's not always right. The fuck's right or wrong? 9 of Cups. A lot of loving going on. A lot of emotions. I can relate to this. Been very up lately. A lot more than usual. Been very incredibly interesting past few days. I didn't really get into when I went out on Saturday. And ever since Saturday, it's like just this boom, 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 boom. Things keep on happening. Keep on meeting people, keep on having these conversations, and learning. I don't consider myself, well, I do consider myself a teacher of sorts, but also a student of everyone else that I encounter, because I believe that everyone has something to learn from everyone else. You learn from me, I learn from you. And this has been like an incredibly therapeutic avenue for me. Because I know so over the past couple days, at least, I've been gone at a loss for words. I was trying to experiment today. I wanted to pull cards to see if anything would trigger me to talk about some stuff, because I'm really not in the mood to. But like I like to say, if I don't like to do it, I gotta do it. 3 of Cups. That's another one. Friendship, partnership coming up. Maybe 2 partnerships. Ooh. Choices. Universe always throws choices at us. There's always like options and decisions to be made. Usually 2 of stuff. I noticed that lately. Where there's one thing, there's always another one. Sometimes there's 3. You have the 2 choices that the universe blatantly throws in your face, and then there's a third one that's kind of like, you gotta do some digging to see it. That could be anything. This could be some new people coming in my life. This could be people that I'm already kind of like involved with. Be interesting to see how that goes. I'm talking to a lot of people lately, saying a lot of things. I always have a lot of stuff to say, but it's like sometimes I get split, and I wonder. 5 of Swords, by the way. kind of like a... Think of your mind as the worm. Split. You got two ways to go. You're like, do I do this? Do I do that? How do I go about this? Do I keep doing what I'm doing, or do I do something different? Doing what I'm doing doesn't really seem to be getting the results that I'm wanting. I'm not in the way in which I want them, which is normal. But that's the point, is to do stuff, have it not work, and then improve on it. Daughter of Swords. About her. It's holding on to some stuff. Probably some kind of old baggage that's just not being let go. But at the same time, I see the Daughter of Swords as someone who has the intelligence to look introspectively at those things that they're holding on to, but at the same time have a hard time letting go. Almost like those old experiences are a part of you, which they are, but it's just a matter of letting them go. And what does letting them go mean? Letting them go means to explore them in your mind and to recognize that yeah, it's possible. Yeah, those things that are in your mind, they could happen. They will, if you let them. They'll happen if you let them happen. But only if you let them happen. You have to figure out why you don't want it to happen and how you can go about not letting it happen. If that makes sense. It's all about overthinking things and planning and strategizing and coming to see what is and what is not beneficial to where you see yourself. Sometimes it's a difficult thing to do because sometimes those things in your head can be scary. I had one of those episodes last night where I was like really fucked up. Like I couldn't get out of my head. I was really scared of something. I was afraid of my brother walking in and seeing me in this semi-convulsive state. I didn't know how to explain it because I didn't know what I was afraid of because I couldn't figure it out. That's another one. Two of Swords. I think this makes sense too. Probably something I'm scared of because I realize this cycle of my life is coming to an end soon. Could be. But which part, I don't know. It could be the cycle where I'm staying. It could be the cycle of some of the relationships I have going on right now. But there's a choice that I'm kind of having a hard time seeing, or I'm kind of maybe blinding myself to the fact that I have to make a choice, which I think a lot of us do. As we see that choice coming up, and not that we ignore it, but we try to push it off to the last minute. I've been having this weird feeling that I'm going to be going somewhere sooner than later. I don't know what that means exactly, but it's just like this weird feeling I have. Intuition, we'll call it. My intuition's actually pretty good. If you talk to me, you can tell. I have a habit of being able to see in people's heads pretty easily, which I'm really good at seeing in mine, especially when things get fucking nasty. This is the Nine of Swords. This is some shit. There's some fucked up shit stuck in your head that you're not letting go of, or you're dwelling on. So what am I dwelling on? Negative aspects of my current situation where I'm starting to think that I'm becoming a burden to the people that I'm with. I try not to be. I don't have a job or source of income at the moment, but I'm working on that. And unfortunately, making a name of yourself based on your mind and the thoughts that you have is not a very easy thing to do. It's scary. Because you have to ask yourself, do I have to go back to that old way? Just for the time being to kind of straighten some stuff out, or let it go? It's already let go. I already let it go. I don't need it. I don't need those things to enhance my experience. Do they need me? I don't know. I like to believe that if they needed me, they would be here, but that goes for anybody. Seen 4 wands. There's vision of the future. There's a completion going on. The completion of your goals, of what you've been trying to create. Signifies the end, almost. A celebration, people coming together to rejoice. But 4 is also a number of completion. Wands represent the will. It kind of almost says that project you're working on, something you've been working towards, is coming. Some end game of yours is coming through. I've been feeling that lately, that the work I've been doing, and I do a lot of stuff. It's hard to explain it all, to quantify it all in simple terms. Not simple terms, but in a quick and orderly fashion that can be explained in a few paragraphs or a few minutes. But I feel like a lot of the things I've been doing are actually solidifying now, and it's just a matter of going somewhere with them. I guess that's basically what I'm doing. I know what's in here. I know how to use it the way I want to use it, but it's a matter of getting it out. And what is it that I'm trying to get out? It's me. It's me. It's my mentality, I suppose I'd say. Not trying to push my views on others, but to show people that there is another way of thinking, and there's another way of thinking that can involve not relying on other people to tell you what to do. So, this one, 3 of Pentacles, is the last one I'm doing, because I gotta go eat some tacos. This is all about teamwork, finding people to help you climb up that mountain. Again, partnership of some sort. What does that mean? I don't know. Taking your dreams, and I guess that's really it. Is like finding the support to help you elevate yourself to where you're trying to go. Which, in a sense, is what I'm doing. I am constantly meeting people and trying to pick their brains and see what kind of advice they would give, what their insights are, based on what they can see of me from our interactions. But it's very difficult, especially with strangers. I mean, it's hard enough with people that you know, let alone getting strangers to come on board with you, but it's all part of the process, I suppose. And 10 of Wands, this last one. This is like, feeling a little blocked, feeling a little stuck. Got all those sticks in the way. Can't make it through to the other side. But you gotta break them all down one by one. See what the hell's holding you back. And I think that's something I really need to explore later after these tacos, and probably a nap. Plus, I've been having this weird urge to read Fight Club again. There's been a lot of introspective on my past, and there's a lot of things that keep on coming up. It's very eerily relatable to what was going on in that movie and that book. So they're gonna give it another read just to see that. Maybe I'll, yeah. But that's a project for another day. I have to put my Philip K. Dick book on hold so I can finish it. Oh, let me get the Hermit. We're gonna end with the Hermit. Hermit, just like I was saying, take that look inside. Figure out what the fuck is bothering you. What is figure out all the shit that's going on in your head, because I'm sure there's a lot. That's it. I'll probably be back later after I sleepy.